Hi, I'm Phil Larimore, lead instructor with Box 1971, where we're changing the culture of the fire service, one fireman at a time. This is video number 3 of however many we're going to make. I'm not exactly sure how many we're going to make, but today we're going to talk about the second half of junk that I carry in a standpipe kit. So, we've talked about connection issues earlier. Now, there are going to be other videos to follow in which we thoroughly break down how to remedy connection problems. So, talking about the connection issues, now today we're going to talk about flow. Once you've got your connection made, you're going to need one of these, a flow gauge. You need to know exactly how much pressure you're giving to that nozzle man out there. Note also that of all the things that I pulled out of the bag thus far and the things that you will see later from this bag, there's nothing 1.5 inches in here. When you're fighting fires off of a standpipe, whether it's a type high-rise commercial, high-rise residential, I don't care if you're on the 3rd floor or the 39th floor. We're always going in with a 1.5 deuce. Okay? So carry yourself a flow meter. Number 1. Number 2, speaking of 1.5 deuce, a good company officer carries these in his or her pocket. If the company officer does not have these in his or her pocket, they should be in the standpipe kit. So one reason why I carry an extra nozzle, what happens if you don't have your nozzle completely on there tight enough? It's going to blow off once you pressurize that line. Another thing is trash from inside the standpipe riser will come through that valve, potentially go through your hose and get inside your nozzle tip and occlude this nozzle, rendering that line useless. So that's why we carry extra nozzle tips. Okay, self-explanatory. Carry a chock. You should carry them on your helmet, carry them in your pockets, wherever you carry them on your person, but you should also have extra chocks inside the standpipe bag for that stretch onto the fire floor. Alrighty, extra 2.5-inch cap. This is for when you get there and you charge the system, particularly in a dry standpipe system. You charge the line, you're not getting good flow. Maybe there is another valve on a lower floor that is still open. If you can't close that valve, you can at least cap off that particular discharge orifice. The next thing is you may get there and you may have national pipe thread, national standard thread. You may have what we refer to as bastard threads. FDNY, for example, has their own thread. So depending on the particular building in your district, you may have a thread that's not compatible with your hose, and that's where you're going to need extra fittings. This happens to be a 3-inch by 2.5 inch, so there may be a size problems or a thread problem that you need to overcome. The next thing is, depending on the type of staircase you got, the type of stairwell that you're dealing with, carry a hose strap. You're probably going to need one of these also. And the final thing is, what happens when a firefighter goes down? You're fighting a high-rise fire, you're on the 45th floor, you hooked up on the 44th floor because you never hook up on the fire floor. Firefighter goes down. They drag that firefighter to the stairwell. He's not breathing. What are you going to do? You can't wait for EMS to get all the way up there to the 44th floor. Or it may not be a firefighter, it may be a civilian. That's where I recommend carry a pocket face mask inside your standpipe kit, because you are that person's only hope. It's going to take a long time to get that person all the way down to the lobby or to several floors below the fire where EMS is staging. So in closing, as I always say, be happy, train hard, and be safe.